all this stuff started transpiring and Soil King was coined. I was growing great cannabis. I was growing soil, biology in my soil, making dirt into soil. And that whole process I do a lot of community outreach, a lot of community service. I had a huge vegetable garden that I grew for my community, like the food pantries and all my neighbors. And behind the scenes down by the river, I had these redwood trees with pineapples. And at the time, I had a converted chicken coop. That was all an indoor. And I was doing my thing and loving life. And that's where it really got coined, is the downturn of the housing market, about 2007, 2008, when, being a builder developer, and that started crashing and coming down. I was already sitting fat because I was a ganja entrepreneur. So at that time, it just kind of hints that I was creating great soil. And people were coming at me, said, hey, we're seeing what you're doing. Can you do some of that for us? And I'm like, man, I'm all about it.
You touched on growing soil.
Yep.
Taking dirt and making it soil.
Yep.
What does that mean?
For me, the easiest way I try to tell my customers is when they ask the question, why when we say we're going to buy dirt from you, you get upset and you scream soil, soil, soil. It's not dirt. A plant in soil with biology is microbes. Microbes communicate through terpenes. Terpenes are formed underneath the soil. Yes. And through communication, through pheromones, which are terpenes, the microbes talk to each other. It's a whole colony of biology, and it's a whole world underneath the plant.
You threw terpenes into the mix there, man. So are you telling me that these microbes in the soil, these little creatures in there, they're influencing the terpene profile of the plant? When
you have biology under your soil and you have, let's say, it's being attacked by some bad predators or something happens in the soil, right? You get some bad pathogens that are coming in there. Your communication through healthy microbes is through terpenes, it's through pheromones, through scents, right? They talk to each other. And then systemically, so they're warning, on the East Coast over here, the soil pile, it's getting attacked, and this side's now coming over with its army and going directionally and handling business over this side. This is a whole world underneath and there's this
communication network that's just going on.
And it goes deeper than that. So you think it's systemically up and down the plant. A honeybee knows that there's pollen on the plant through pheromones, through terpenes, through the biology in your plant going up, and it's talking, it's putting off the scent. It's time to pollinate. Here comes the pollinators, right? They're coming. Your plant's being attacked by some bad bugs, right? All of a sudden, here comes birds flying through, right? Your pheromones are going off in your plant saying, help. Your plant is alive. It's talking to you. Your soil is alive. It's talking through your plant. The plant is getting attacked. It's saying, help me, right? All of a sudden, predatory bugs come in. They start eating it, right? They start taking care of it. When we kill that soil concept and bring it back to dirt, and we're growing with chemicals, that communication doesn't happen. So your plant is susceptible for mass, attacks, from massive things happening that humans now have to have a pesticide to overcome. They have to add this to the soil. They have to do this. We're constantly fighting a battle that Mother Nature has provided for us and given us the roadmap to success.
And there was a good couple of decades. After cultivation kind of got pushed indoors. After the 80s and camp and all that, where, people were started to grow with more of these chemical fertilizers, right? And then they started seeing all these kind of pathogens coming into these grows. And like you said, and start combating it with the various poisons. And it's no good, man. It's no good. It's
not. I mean, when you're talking with our people up in Northern California, I mean, the storytelling and the education that is untold right now, the world needs to hear.
And it just seems like this movement that involves these microbes and the soil food web and regenerative agriculture.
Totally.
You're hearing all these terms now. They're coming more to the forefront.
Yep.
That people are recognizing not only the benefits to their grow, to their plant, and to themselves, but to the end quality of the product too.
You could taste it in the smoke. no doubt about it. It's the whole process from crack a seed to the soul, right? I mean, it's that whole process.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna break out joint holder here. This little rascal.
I knew you had some gadgets. You look in this cool place right here, and you're like, you know, he's got little. Look at this stuff. He's got the holder right here.
I'm all
this
about
little
the
cool
tools.
stuff. I knew you had
Anybody
some tools.
who knows me knows I'm
okay.
about the tools, man. That's the rabbit hole I've definitely
The world
gone
of the
down.
roach clip. What happened to it? Like, bring the roach clip back. Come
Thank
on
you,
now.
right?
The feathers and all of it.
Do it with
Bring
some
it back.
style, with some class. Do
Yep.
it in a way to personalize your own experience.
Yep.
Find something that expresses your individualism, that expresses who you are.
Yep.
For me, it's these antique sterling silver little deals that I've found. You're gonna leave that rolled up just like that and a little end right
Do
there.
whatever you want. You don't have to.
Here's
Pinch
what
it
I'm
off.
thinking.
Pinch it
I
off.
think I might nip it off. Is what I think I'm gonna do, because it's for the sake of airflow. It looks like that little end is twisted up. I'm just gonna open it up just a hair.
Another tool in the box. You
Another-
see that?
another
He's got
tool.
another tool in the box.
That I do. Thanks for noticing.
Connoisseur Derek. That's him, right? Like, this is what it's about right here. The experience.
It is. Do you have any rituals you like to do when you smoke, man? Is there anything that?
I mean,
It's
I
part of
don't.
your process.
I'm a joint smoker. That's what
Yep.
I do.
That is it typically
Yeah.
your go-to joints?
I'm not a dabber. I mean, I've done, you know, I've partied plenty in my life, and now it's about relaxation and taking this energy and putting it down. That's what I use it as, my medicinal.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Here's what I find curious about that. The nose was majority citrus peel. Like I said, as soon as it,
Oh God, that is the best taste ever.
I got cherry. I got the cherry on the intake. I got the orange peel on the on the exhale just
Totally.
now.
That inhale on that one is, I can still taste it. I can taste the cherry pie.
Do you have any techniques that you use for assessing the quality once you begin to smoke it? Outside of,
Totally.
whoa, that's just killer, man. Is there,
No,
what,
I'm
what
like-
do you pay
I'm
attention
a different
to?
cat. Like, you know, you ever seen, what's that commercial where I don't always smoke cannabis, but when I do, it's sun grown, right? You know what I mean? You know, that's how it might get. So it's like, I'm not a heavy smoker, but I enjoy smoking, right? I do. Like, I don't drink alcohol. I don't do anything. I puff, pass.
Nice.
And I do, you know, I'm a nighttime user. I'm a relaxer, right? I'm going in so many directions throughout the day. I have 4 businesses that are up and running, and I love what I do. Like,
You've
I
got
get
a
to
lot
do what I
going
do.
on. You've got a lot going on, man.
But I don't have time to relax during the day. Like, I can't sit in the middle of the day and do this because, you know, I'm going to go sit on the houseboat and I'm going to take the rest of the day off. I lose my energy, right? That's what
Sure.
I'm going to do. So when I go home, like, hang out with my wife and go in the backyard, and she usually has some pretty good shit. She got it figured it out, you know. She's the connoisseur of the family. you
Yeah.
know, I'm the cultivator.
You have a favorite strain?
I do.
And?
Mama's Boy.
Mama's Boy.
Mama's Boy is one of my genetics, and it's a 20-to-1 CBD.
Get out of here.
My mom passed away from cancer, and she was given 90 days to live. She lived 22, 23 months. I moved in with her, pretty much walked away from my family to take care of my mom. My wife supported me on that, and I grew some cannabis, and I named it Mama's Boy for my mom, and she'd smoke it with me, and it would relax her, and she wasn't all messed up on opiates.
Oh shit. Man.
And my mother passed away in my arms, and she was coherent, you know, up to the last few days, with me. She knew who I was. from
Because she
cancer.
wasn't on the liquid oxy that
Exactly.
they put my uncle on, unfortunately.
Yep. And so I got to pass my mom on in a healthy way, hard way, but healthy way. And so I didn't know what I was going to do. I was out of my mind. I went to a High Time show, and I'm like, everybody's saying, you got to show that. That's the dank. Like, that's some powerful CBD that looks great, smells great, has everything to it. So I took it and I entered it in High Times. I think I won third on it was just right after she passed away. And then I got that message. I didn't want to say anything, and I got, I didn't, because it was this thing between my mother and I. And Mama's boy was, I heard my mom say, son, that's your plant. You're my mom's, you're mom's boy.
Wow.
That's your plant.
That's
You're
a
mom's
beautiful
boy.